Hi Flickers! Today we are going to review 10 Cloverfield Lane, starring John Goodman, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and John Gallagher Jr. It's... how to say this? It is... What's been said about J.J. Abrams is he did say that it's set in the kind of the same universe as Cloverfield, the big film with a big monster and stuff like that. Well, I'm not even going into that one. But this is it's a 3-person setup within a confined space, and it's really intense because it's like it's a thriller.
I would say this was a psychological thriller. I mean, that's definitely what it starts out as anyway.
You are guessing what each person's motivations are, and some truths are distorted, and then you find out actually what did happen, but then you kind of understand why they didn't say it in the first place, and it keeps you guessing the whole way through. It is absolutely awesome.
It's got so many kind of ups and downs and loads of twists that you kind of you really don't expect, and it does some really good things, like certain things you expect to happen don't happen. I always love it when a film does that. They kind of they set up tropes and then don't use them. That always throws you for a loop. The one thing about this film is you kind of forget with John Goodman, you forget exactly how good an actor he is.
Yeah.
And this film really does highlight exactly how good the guy is, and it's a fantastic performance, as it is with Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Oh yeah, I was going to say, because she's just awesome, and I've seen her in so many other things where it's kind of, I don't feel she's been utilised at all, like Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter. But.
We differ on that film.
Yeah.
That will come up later, I'm sure.
Oh, jeez. But things like Scott Pilgrim versus the World, that was awesome, and she really stood out in that. And I think I'm so glad that it's about time that she's actually had a really good chance to just do a standalone performance, basically. And there's only 3 of them within that whole sort of confine.
It's quite a similar performance to her role in The Returned. It's a similar style of acting, and in terms of film, this is kind of, I mean, you'd hope this is a big chance, because it's like I say, it's a good performance in a big film.
And she deserves it. She's an amazing actress.
Incredible talent.
She does. I absolutely love everything that she's in. I think she's only because she's in it. But she brings a lot more to it, and I think, like you're saying, with John Goodman, I think, again, he's not really been utilised that often. He is a comedy actor, and of course you've got things like The Big Lebowski, and obviously starting out on Roseanne. That was awesome. That was a great series, but because he was in it.
I agree. I think he's probably the best thing in Roseanne. I mean, Roseanne Barr, she's funny, but it really is.
It lends to him completely. And he is just one of those sort of people that he doesn't get to do these really not conflicting roles. I think is the right way to say
just meaty, dramatic roles, which is what this is, and this again hopefully will kind of prove everyone that he really can do these meaty roles, and he's not past it, because I mean, his acting in this genuinely is first class.
I think there's a lot of him. In fact, John Gallagher Jr., I mean, I've never seen him in anything.
I think he's more of a TV actor. He's been in a couple of things, but I think he's more TV. But no, again, strong performance. I mean, you really were guessing about him.
Understated.
It is understated.
That was the thing, and because I kept on thinking that he was the wrong one. It was just I thought there was something really off about him, and I think that's what lends so well to this. It really does throw you each time. Every time you think you've got an answer, and you think I know what's going on, it really does throw you a curveball. It's awesome like that.
There's also a deeper storyline that isn't really addressed, and I think again it's because they're laying those seeds to make you think a certain way. And it does a really good job to lead you completely down the wrong path, which means right at the end, what you've guessed is entirely wrong, and they really and so when the final part happens, you're it's just something you don't expect to happen, even though right at the beginning of the film it's what we thought was going to happen, but
But then still, it's still a twist.
All the way,
massive
but
twist.
they managed to take us so far away from what we were originally thinking that it was still a shock at the end.
And it was a pleasant journey to go along as well.
It really was.
I think that's one of the things that kind of surprised, because I think this did fly under the radar quite heavily, and I think because of the impression that everyone got from Cloverfield when that was released, and it's like a bitter taste after watching that, and the camera work and the way that was kind of done was just very disappointing. However, 10 Cloverfield Lane it may be within the same universe, but it is completely
different class of film. Different class of film.
100%.
Okay, so if you were going to give this a rating, what would you give?
Oh, is it because of Mary? Yeah, 5. I'd give it 5 flicks. 5 flicks out of 5. It's just that interaction with all the characters, and the fact that I kept guessing and I kept on getting it wrong, and I love when films do that for me.
I will give it a 4.5 flicks out of 5. That fantastic film. We're worth buying, and definitely worth watching.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you for watching. Bye, Flickers.
Bye.